Okay, let's get into your reading, Taurus. Okay, wow. Something is telling me to tell you that you're going to be so wealthy in this lifetime, that you are going to be like in the top 1% of people. Like there is this energy here that if you are watching this, the wheel is already turning. If you're watching this, you're meant to be here. If you're watching this, then this reading is for you, and you are going to be so, so, so wealthy. And when I say wealthy, I feel like it's an understatement because the amount of wealth you will have is the kind of wealth that like tiny little, it's like the needle in the haystack, okay? You're going to have so much money that you will literally think to yourself, what did I say? You just watching this is getting the wheel turning. We have the wheel of fortune. When I tell you the amount of money you are going to have, it's not even a joke, okay? You are going to be a billionaire. You are going to be a billionaire. This is the kind of money that very, very, very few people on this planet have, but you are going to have it. Your destiny is so great and so big that you can't understand it right now. But you don't have to, because when it happens for you, it will just naturally happen. Everything will flow and fall into place. And you will literally think to yourself, wow, Moonveil, like I really feel like I was actually destined for this. And I feel like you've always kind of had big dreams, big goals, or you've always kind of wanted bigger things, like, your dream home and, to be able to travel the world in luxury and style, or to be able to invest huge amounts of money and to create generational wealth or wealth for yourself, or to look after your family. Like there's this little tickle that you've had in your soul that very much sums it up. And you would just know, okay, you would just know because you've been through a lot of trauma, a lot of sadness. People have treated you really badly. Let me tell you, when people create a breakdown in your energy, they also allow a breakthrough to take place. If you have felt the lowest of lows in your life, it is because a breakthrough is about to happen. Anytime you feel like you have hit rock bottom, it is because something is going to emerge that changes the course and trajectory of your life. If something really traumatic or sad has happened in your life, let me tell you something. Something amazing is around the corner. You are going to be so beyond wealthy that you will be able to do whatever it is that you want to do in this world. You'll be able to go wherever you want, do whatever you want, attend events, go here, or you can just stay in your beautiful home and enjoy life. Like there is a sense here of being able to do whatever it is you want, being able to buy a home wherever you want, live and build your life in a way that you want to build it, and not have to worry about the F word, your finances, the M word, money, the D word, debt. You won't have to worry about any of these things because you will just have so much money that you can do all of these things and you can grow your money. And if you make a dent and you spend something, you'll just make it all back again. There's a real sense here of financial security and stability with comfort and flexibility to do whatever it is that you want. If you want to take time to just go traveling, you just can. You just can. You will have people in places to do things for you, to make your life easier so that you can enjoy life in the way that you want to enjoy it. Justice is served. The tables have turned. The people that have done you wrong are going to be looking at you like, wow, how are you living this way? What are you doing? How are you doing it? Wow. And you know what? You just will be living your life. You will just be living your life. I'm telling you right now, if you have gone through a lot of trauma, a lot of sadness, a lot of pain, if you have gone through it, now is the time to heal from it. Because in the future, you will be so busy living your life, you won't even care about these people that have traumatized you, because you will be living a bigger, greater, more fulfilling life. You will not be worried about these people. So if you're worried right now about them, heal that trauma, move on. Like honestly, heal that trauma, move forward, live your best life. Those people are going to be like little drops of an ocean, little drops of water in comparison to the ocean of emotions they make you feel right now. Okay. Also, I see people apologizing to you, so there is that as well. People apologizing to you that have done you wrong. So I think it's in your best interest to just focus on yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. And they will make things right towards you. They will apologize to you. They will be better towards you. They will do things right towards you. I don't see that you have to run, beg, plead, and chase after these people. All your opportunities, all your success is coming your way. Also, if you haven't got a romantic partner, they will come to you. They will progress towards you. There's a yin and yang energy. It's beautiful. It's soulful, okay? It's emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, financially balanced, equally yoked. This is a relationship that is brought to you by the divine. It's beautifully balanced. It comes your way to you, not having to like beg, plead, and chase. The Chariot, you know what I mean? You won't miss this chariot because it's meant for you, and you will not miss what is meant for you. You are destined for really big things. And the reason why certain things have not worked out for you in your life is because they don't really adhere to your billionaire lifestyle. If you've wondered, oh my God, that person, I thought they were going to be my friend for life and blah, blah, blah. And then they just were really rude to me. They're not compatible with your billionaire lifestyle. You deserve friends who are there for you, are square for you, have your back, and respect you. Because when you have this level of money in your life, you're not going to accept low-level friendships. No. Because at that time, you will have options. You're going to be friends with people who are like-minded and kind and caring. So just know that if anything didn't work out for you up until this point, it's because it doesn't adhere to your future lifestyle. And let me tell you something, your partner here that I'm seeing is so loving and so kind and so supportive, and they are not money hungry. Okay, yes, they like stability and they make a lot of money as well, but money is not their identity. They're a kind, caring person. They're a loving person. They are an understanding person. They are an emotionally giving person. They are genuine and that's their identity. Okay, like they are genuine and that is why you will love them so much. This is not superficial energies. Okay, you're not going to have a superficial life. You're actually going to really have money, but have a genuine life and really enjoy life. And that is true wealth. Okay, that is true wealth because it's not superficial and like surface level. You're going to live a life where you feel full and you don't have to accept less than you deserve. Okay? So anyone that's come into your life and literally disrespected the absolute hell out of you, I'm just telling you, there are big, big things to come. Big, big things to come. And I want you to claim this. Okay? I want you to claim this by commenting down below. We need a really good affirmation. Justice is served. Comment down below. Justice is served. Okay? Like this reading, comment that down below. Okay? Justice is served. Make sure you're subscribed to really seal in the energies. The law of energy exchange is so powerful when you decide, yes, Moonveil, I want that. Okay. I know you're saying that for me, but I also really want that. Boom. It is yours. Because that's how the law of attraction works. You have to decide you want it. Claim it. So let me tell you something. You are going to be wealthy. Billionaire energy. Billionaire energy. You know, it's not impossible. You know why? Because there's already trillionaires right now. There are already trillionaires. So you are going to be a billionaire. You're going to have more money than you will ever know what to do with. But you're going to have a good head on your shoulders. You'll be able to have your dream home, okay? Your dream home in your dream location. I see a lot of sunshine. I see a lot of just happiness, like good, pleasant weather. I see friendships here of just support and not jealousy. I'm also seeing family members being supportive and not jealous. And I see a romantic partner who is totally on your level and just there for you, absolutely there for you. There's a sense here of it just being so equally yoked, which means that they will also have a lot of money, but they will also share a lot with you as well. And if you want to not work, you don't have to work because you have so much money. And there are going to be a lot of people. There's going to be like a team of people around you to help you do a lot of things. So yeah, the Knight of Wands. Wow. I am so happy for you. I am genuinely so happy for you. Just so much is going to come your way so quickly. Now is a time to work on your healing, to work on your growth, to work on yourself. Because the more healed you are, the faster it happens. When you are not healed and you're holding on to trauma, resentment, sadness, grief, what happens is things are slower, okay, in terms of abundance to manifest. So do your absolute best right now at this very point in time to work on, uplifting yourself, to work on your energy, your mood, meditate, look after your health, your energy, your vitality, okay, spiritually, but also physically and mentally, and watch what happens, okay? So the sooner you work on yourself, the better things get. The law of attraction means knowing what you want and being okay without things. How are we okay without things? It's to do with detachment. It's to do with acceptance. And it's to do with healing. When we are okay without certain things, boom, everything starts to flood in. So I'm telling you, work on your healing. Let go of things you cannot control. Let go of certain things that are not working out. And boom, watch how things happen. In fact, those exact things you're trying to let go of can come and apologize to you, okay? Those people can come and apologize, try to work things out, and do things. So I think that the only main block here is that if you are not healed enough, work on healing. And this gets accelerated faster. And then literally things start to happen. Because the law of attraction is aided with healing. And boom, opportunities, love, huge amounts of money that you literally feel like the billionaire tap. When it turns on, it just doesn't turn off. And you will literally think to yourself, it is sickening the amount of money that you're getting, but I also feel like you're going to help a lot of people as well, and you're not going to be an extremely selfish person. And that is why you're just going to keep getting, like, any money you use to donate or help people with, you're just going to get tenfold more. And I'm telling you, you will literally think to yourself, oh my God, what is happening? Let it happen. I guess it's your destiny, right? It's literally your destiny. So claim it. And I want to stay with you a little longer, okay? Because there is so much more in these cards, and I don't want you to leave without hearing all of it. Let me start, okay, with the Chariot because the reader pulled it for the love coming your way. And it's such a rich card to appear here. The Chariot, okay, shows a figure standing in a chariot drawn by two sphinxes, one black and one white. A canopy of stars above them, a city behind. And those two sphinxes pulling in harmony are the yin and yang the reader described, two opposite forces moving together in perfect balance. And that's the love, okay? That's coming to you, not a struggle, not a chase. Not begging, pleading, or working to earn someone's attention. The reader was clear, you won't miss this chariot because it's meant for you, and you don't miss what's meant for you. And I want you to really take in, okay, the phrase equally yoked, because it's the heart of it. Equally yoked means two people carrying the load together, balanced, equal, neither one carrying more than the other. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, on the same level, matched. And the reader described this partner, okay, so beautifully, loving, kind, supportive, emotionally giving, and crucially, not money hungry. Someone who has their own wealth, their own stability, but for whom money is not their identity. Their identity is that they're genuine, and that, the reader said, is exactly why you'll love them so much. Let me go back, okay, to the Wheel of Fortune, because it's the card this whole reading turns on. And the reader kept saying, the wheel is already turning. The Wheel of Fortune, okay, shows a great golden wheel suspended in the sky, surrounded by mystical creatures reading their books, a sphinx resting at its top, symbols of the elements at each corner. And it's the card of destiny itself, of fate turning, of the great cycles of life rotating to lift you up. And I want you to really feel, okay, what it means that this is your card. Because the wheel isn't about small, earned, incremental gains. It's about destiny, fate. The sense that something much bigger than you is turning in your favor, lifting you toward a future that was in some way always meant to be yours. And the reader kept using that word, okay, destined for really big things. And I want you to sit with that because destiny is different from luck. Luck is random. Destiny is written. It's the sense that this wealth, this life, isn't a maybe you have to earn against the odds. It's a certainty rolling toward you, a wheel already in motion. And I want to sit, okay, with the sheer scale the reader described, because she didn't say just comfortable or well off. She said the 0.00001%, the needle in the haystack. Billionaire energy, and I know that can feel almost impossible to believe about yourself. But I want you to notice, okay, how the reader handled that doubt. She said it's not impossible because there are already trillionaires existing in the world, and there's a real logic in that because it means wealth on almost any scale is not a fantasy. It exists. Real people hold it, and if it can exist at all, there's no cosmic rule that says it can't be you. And the reader said something, okay, that I want you to really hear. Your destiny is so great and so big that you can't fully understand it right now, but you don't have to. Because when it happens, it will just naturally happen. Everything will flow and fall into place. And I think that's such a relief, okay, because it means you don't have to figure out the how. You don't have to map every step from here to there. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't ask you to engineer your destiny. It just turns and carries you, and things fall into place in ways you couldn't have planned if you tried. So your only job, okay, is to believe it's possible, to heal, to stay open and to let the wheel do what it's already doing, which is turning toward everything you were destined for. And I want to talk, about the most tender thread running through this reading, because the reader kept returning to it. The breakdown before the breakthrough. She said something really profound. When people create a breakdown in your energy, they also allow a breakthrough. That hitting rock bottom means something is about to emerge that changes the entire trajectory of your life. And I want you to hear that, especially if you're in a low place right now, because it completely reframes the pain. It says the lowest points weren't the universe abandoning you. They were the pressure building right before a breakthrough, the darkness right before something cracks open into light. And there's a strange comfort, in that idea that the very depth of what you've suffered is proportional to the size of what's coming, that you didn't go through all that for nothing. That the trauma, the sadness, the mistreatment was the storm before a genuinely enormous turning of your fortune. And I want to spend real time, on justice is served, because it's the affirmation the reader chose, and it's such a powerful one for anyone who's been wronged. Because there's a particular ache, that comes from being mistreated and never seeing it made right. The people who hurt you just moving on, living their lives while you carried the damage they caused. It can feel like there's no justice, like the wrong just goes unanswered. But this reading, is promising a different ending. Not revenge, not you having to do anything, but the tables turning on their own. The people who wronged you looking at your life in disbelief, wondering how you're living this way. Some of them even coming back to apologize, to make it right. And the sweetest part, the reader named it, you won't even be focused on them. You'll be so busy living your big, beautiful, fulfilling life that those people shrink to little drops in comparison to the ocean of your new life. That's the truest justice, not bitterness, but a life so full that the ones who hurt you simply don't matter anymore. And I want to draw out, something the reader said that's genuinely comforting if you've lost people, that the reason certain things didn't work out is because they don't adhere to your billionaire lifestyle. And I want to unpack that, because it reframes so much loss. The friendships that fell apart, the people you thought would be in your life forever, who turned out rude or unkind or simply gone. It's easy to read those losses as failures, as proof something's wrong with you. But this reading, offers another way to see them. Those connections didn't fit the life you're growing into. They weren't compatible with where you're headed. And so, in a sense, their leaving was the path clearing itself, making room for the like-minded, kind, caring, loyal people who actually belong in your future. And the reader said something powerful, that when you have this level of abundance, you won't accept low-level friendships anymore because you'll have options. And I want you to notice that this isn't about becoming snobby or cold. It's about standards. It's about finally being in a position to choose people who respect you, have your back, and are square with you, instead of settling for whoever happened to be there. So if you've grieved, certain people leaving your life, I want you to gently consider that it may have been a kind of protection. The wrong ones falling away so the right ones could take their place in the life you're being lifted into. And I want to draw out the Knight of Wands, because it's the card that tells you how all of this arrives. And the reader lit up when she saw it. The Knight of Wands, okay, charges forward on a rearing horse, wand raised, full of fire and momentum, the desert of possibilities stretching out before him. And it's the card of fast, passionate, unstoppable movement, of things arriving quickly and with force. So when the reader said, okay, so much is going to come your way so quickly, this is the card backing that up. This isn't a someday, far off, maybe in decades kind of promise. The Knight of Wands brings speed, momentum. A sense that once the wheel really starts turning, it turns fast. And the reader saw something else, okay? In this energy, a team of people around you, people in places to help you, to make your life easier, to do things for you so you can enjoy your life the way you want to. And I want you to feel, okay, how much that changes things, especially if you've spent your life doing everything alone, carrying every burden with no one to lean on. This reading is describing a future where you're supported, surrounded, held up by people whose role is to make your life lighter, easier, freer. You go from carrying everything, okay, to being carried, from doing it all yourself to having a whole team doing it with you and for you. And that shift from alone to supported might be one of the most healing parts of everything that's coming. And I want to spend real time, okay, on something the reader kept insisting on, that this is true wealth, not superficial wealth. And I think it's one of the most important parts of this whole message, because there's a version of wealth, okay, that's hollow. Money with no love around it. A big house full of no one. Surface level friends who only want what you have. Success that looks impressive from the outside but feels empty from the inside. And that's the kind a lot of people end up with, and it doesn't heal anything. But the reader was so clear, okay, that's not your path. You're going to have the money, yes, real, life-changing money, but around it, you're going to have a genuine partner, real friends, a supportive family, and a life where you actually feel full, where you like the people around you, where the wealth is the setting, but the love is the jewel. And that's the phrase, okay, I want you to hold on to, you feel full. Because so many people chase money hoping it will fill them and find it never does on its own. But the life this reading describes is one where the fullness comes first, from within, from your healing, from genuine connection, and the money simply lets you live that fullness freely. And the reader tied it, okay, to a boundary. You won't have to accept less than you deserve. And I want you to feel the power in that, because so much of the pain in your past may have come from accepting less, from tolerating disrespect because you felt you had to, from staying where you were undervalued. And this future frees you from all of that. You get to choose. You get to walk away from anything that doesn't honor you. And I want to draw out, okay, the one instruction the reader gave more than any other, work on your healing, because the more healed you are, the faster all of this arrives. And I want to explain, okay, why she kept saying that, because it's not just spiritual sounding advice. The reader connected it to detachment. And there's real wisdom in it, because when you're gripping, okay, holding on to resentment, to grief, to the story of what was done to you, your energy stays tangled in the past. And it's hard for new, expansive things to flow toward a person who's still energetically clenched around old pain. But when you heal, okay, when you let go of what you can't control, when you make peace and become okay, whether or not a certain thing happens, something loosens, your hands open, and the reader said it, boom, everything starts to flood in. The detachment isn't giving up. It's releasing the grip, so the abundance has room to arrive. And here's the beautiful paradox, okay? The reader named, the very things you finally let go of can come back to you. The people you release can return to apologize. The situations you stop clinging to can resolve themselves. Because once you're no longer desperately holding on, you stop pushing them away with the force of your grip. And I want to honor, the last thing the reader saw, that you're going to help a lot of people, that you're not selfish, and that any money you use to help or donate comes back to you tenfold. And I think that's the most beautiful confirmation of your character. This wealth isn't landing on someone who'll hoard it. It's landing on someone generous, someone who'll use it to lift others, which is exactly why it keeps multiplying back to you. And right now, I want you to take a slow breath with me. Breathe in the truth that your destiny is enormous, that the wheel is already turning for you. And breathe out every drop of the pain that people caused you, because it does not get to come with you into what's next. Let it go, and let me gather it all up for you, one more time. The Wheel of Fortune, destiny turning toward extraordinary wealth. The Chariot, a divinely balanced, equally yoked love coming to you. The Knight of Wands, it all arriving fast, with a team of people around you, and woven through it all, justice served, the tables turned, and a genuine, not superficial, deeply full life. So let me lay this all out one final time, slowly, so it settles. You are destined, not lucky, destined for wealth on a scale almost no one reaches, billionaire energy, the wheel already turning in your favor. And everything that hurt you, every low, every betrayal, every person who did you wrong was the breakdown before the breakthrough, and justice is being served, the tables turning all on their own. And it's not a cold, superficial wealth, it's a full life, a genuine, loving, equally yoked partner, real friends, a supportive family, a dream home in the sunshine, and the freedom to do whatever your heart wants. And the one thing that speeds it all up is your own healing, letting go of what you can't control, making peace, becoming whole, because the more healed you are, the faster it all floods in. One message. Your rock bottom was the launch pad, and the wheel is already turning you toward everything you were destined for. So claim it, loves. Comment below, justice is served, and let the universe hear you seal it in. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Moonveil Tarot, like this reading, and share the blessing with someone who needs it too, because when you share it, it comes back to you tenfold. I genuinely read every comment, even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it. Wherever you're watching this from, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You have carried so much, the trauma, the sadness, the people who treated you badly and never made it right. And somewhere in all of it, you may have started to wonder if a big, beautiful life was ever really going to be yours. And this reading found you, to tell you that not only is it yours, it's your destiny, that the wheel is already turning, that the breakdown was the breakthrough in disguise, and that wealth, love, justice, and a genuinely full life are rolling toward you now. So heal what hurts, Let go of what you can't control. Focus on yourself, love yourself, become whole, and watch with wonder, as your destiny unfolds, the tables turn, and the life you were always meant for finally fully arrives. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.